Joining in progress. Lasagna's on the top, and that would mean that Battle Tagger is on the bottom. All right. Action is fast and furious already as we've got a tour guide and three Silverhand recruits for Lasagna versus no board for the Warlock, although he's building his hand. Lasagna plays Crystology into the Silver Hand again for two more recruits and attacks with everything for 4 damage. So in this matchup, who do you think is favored? It seems like the Paladin is off to a blazing start. And the
Probably
ability for
is.
heal and
Yes.
healing, right?
Right. So, and plus you could just get Molten Giants. They have the broomsticks, and of course they could cheat all the mana that they could possibly dream of. So,
He's only
absolutely
used one
remarkable.
broomstick to clear a Silver Hand recruit, though. So
Yeah, one of the ways that that the Odd Paladin can get there in this matchup is to always have the widest board possible and maintain their buffs on that board, and sometimes the Darkglare Warlock misses healing, misses their giants early enough, or they're so low early in the game, like this example here, where the Flesh Giants cost so much, and manipulating the health requires health as a resource, of course, to go down and continuously damage yourself. It's gonna be a tricky one.
such an aggressive board with the Warhorse trainer coming down really at the right time. Board full of Silver Hand recruits. He's also got um, the Righteous Protector down to protect those Silver Hand recruits. It just feels like it's going to be difficult to come back. Although there is still some healing in Battle Tagger's hand with Cheaty Ankle Biter and the Spellstone, so it's not quite over. Um, but he's definitely running out of time, though.
All right, here we go. This is the big swing on the board. The broomstick off Raise Dead. It's going to allow the Molten Giant to clear the Warhorse Trainer and then take out two recruits as well with the Ankle Biter and the Broomstick, putting him at 10 health, which is just out of range of this Quartermaster. Actually ending the game. Lasagna going to ignore this Molten Giant and push everything face, putting Battle Tagger down to 1. Ooh, big draw from Battle Tagger.
Might I don't see the path here though. Maybe if he could have power overwhelming on the Cheaty Ankle Biter last turn to get a little bit more health. Um, Looks like we're going to take an early game 1 for Lasagna.
I disagree, my friend. I think
Really?
yeah, we got Spellstone to heal up to 8, and then Raise Dead almost guaranteeing another copy of Animated Broomstick. He's going to be able to get the Flesh Giant down as well. So he should have a full clear on this board, unless he gets super duper unlucky. Unlucky. It's super unlikely that he misses out on the Broomstick. Even elects to do the Spirit Bomb play here, which
I was counting wrong then. I was thinking that he wouldn't be able to play that, but with the spellstone at 7, I suppose that gave him just enough room. He's one short, so Lasagna's one short on the finish.
Yep, but once again, you can just go wide. You can even take out a Molten Giant and protect his board with this Regis Protector. Yep, I like taking out the Giants. And at 1 again, this time no healing in sight, and Zephyr's not active. Battle Tagger will just
Raise dead for the win.
find lethal. Just find lethal.
Decides to go with. Sticks with the Warlock again.
A good old Dark Glare Warlock mirror match.
A few differences between the decks, though, with Lasagna having Glacial Shard versus what's the Zephyrus, I guess.
You have Zephyrus on Battle Tagger's side. 2 copies of Glacial Shard for Lasagna, along with the Leroy Jenkins. And 2 Backfire for Lasagna, 1 for Battle Tagger. So there are actually quite a few differences in this list, which is interesting. I mean, there are so many iterations of Dark Lair, and so it all depends on who you ask on what's the most optimal list, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a big start for Lasagna. Backfire onto buff both spellstones, draw 3 cards, and find another Backfire. He's going to have potentially an even stronger next turn. Get through that deck as fast as you can, find your Giants, and end the game as soon as possible, because if you don't, your opponent sure will.
So I'm running into some technical difficulties, Bat. It's extremely pixelated on the screen share, so I can't really make out what's happening. Kind of relying on you.
On Discord, it's pixelated?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Maybe it's just on my side.
Okay. Well, Battle Tagger is deciding with a full hand whether or not to expend the Ankle Biter or to go Pen Flinger, Spirit Bomb. Looks like he's going to choose to go with the Spirit Bomb. Take out this tour guide. Just wants to lower his life total, get those Molten Giants, the 2 copies that he has in his hand, down.
2 copies of Molten Giant definitely seems like a strong start. He just got to get to them. But the Dark Glare comes down for Lasagna, it looks like.
Yep.
Followed by a Kobold Librarian.
Yeah, I like this. Pen Flinger on the Librarian, get it into the Raised Dead pool, maximize the return on this Dark Lair as quickly as possible. And he's getting his life total down. He has a Molten Giant in hand as well, which he'll be looking to get down. Oh, beautiful. Gets the Librarian and the Tour Guide back. Yep, this is the power level of Dark Lair. 0 mana 8/8 time.
And it's just turn 4. Is that what I'm seeing? Or 5 now?
Oh, yeah. You better believe it.
With both decks rushing to hurt themselves to reduce the costs, then it makes the game go that much faster as well.
Oh, absolutely. You're playing like 5-6 cards a turn. You're drawing a bunch. You're summoning a bunch. You're adding more to your hand. It's unbelievable. I'm sure this is exactly what the original beta of Hearthstone was envisioned to look like down the road. made in their image.
These are the kinds of games that I actually enjoy the most. They go quickly. They're over one way or the other. You have those big swings. It can be frustrating for sure on ladder when you're running into them nonstop, um, but from a tournament setting, it sure makes it exciting when there's a lot of back and forth and a lot of damage being dealt.
The Lothip coming down is going to really handicap Altagger's ability to get back onto the board. Can't cast the Raised Dead and really maximize to try and clear this board, but he's just got a Lothip and pass it back over. And already 19 damage on board for Lasagna. The Leroy in hand, and that's our first series. Just like that.
2 6-turn games.
Reno Shaman being one of them. The Raza Priest, yeah, okay, we get that. That one's pretty common. But Reno, Shutterwalk, Nidzoth, Elysiana Shaman. This is a White Delight special, and I'm excited to watch him pilot it firsthand here.
I love how we can add so many qualifiers to the deck name. So I hope it does well so we can see it more often.
Yeah, I don't remember who it was. Somebody said it in my Twitch chat the other night. Or the other day, excuse me. They were like, if your deck has more than 3 names, you're probably doing something wrong. Hopefully that is the opposite case here for White Delight. Hopefully the more names, the better going into this matchup against arguably the best deck in the format.
I like to play the meme decks that have all of those qualifiers now. Even put together one that was like Cthulhu Nazoth, Odd, Highlander, just as many as you can cram into one. Uh, so always a fan of this style of deck.
And it's all golden,
Oh, oh yeah, we see the golden coin making an appearance.
which the whales like me love to see.
Indeed. Which coin is he using? Just the
That the
pre-order one?
the pre-order one? Is it the Dark Moon one? Yeah, I haven't seen that one.
That's the Dark Moon one. Yep.
I've got the I've got the level I got the level 50 coin. It's more shiny, I think.
All right, Glacial Shard to stop Polkelt from attacking in for 4 into the face of Nobra. Is it Nobra Sagaz? Are you familiar with the pronunciation there?
I am not. We can. I think we can just go with Nobre. I think
Nobre. All right.
he'll understand.
Raza comes down.
Yeah, Raza comes down. Anduin in the hand. Spawn of Shadows in the hand. I mean, the combo is pretty much assembled. A palm reading already resolved discounting spells in Nobre's hand. This is textbook peak performance for the Raza Priest. But White Delight, he's got the Wizard and the Finley combo in hand. I know Nobre is well aware that those are in the list. Obviously, everybody has everybody's list. So, I mean, we'll see if he elects to wait, having played the Pokelt, to play the Anduin until he could find his Dirty Rat to try and disrupt that Wizard Finley combo, or if he just says, nope, I don't care, I drew my cards so fast, there's no way that you have those 2 cards in the top half of your deck. We'll see. That Anduin turn is coming up real quick.
Yeah. And decent timing, he pulls the Lurker from below with a stolen, what's that guy called? Death Lord.
Yep.
So, and Anduin kills anything 5 and over, right?
Yep, that's correct. It
So
is
the
just Shadowed Ruin on a stick.
gets a Glacial Shard to stop the Lurker from below from even getting any extra attack. So it's Looking not so great for White Delight.
But no, White Delight, he's if that Wizard Finley combo resolves, I don't see a way for Nobody to win. Uh, it would require Zephyrus being used at max potential. Kazak is getting an incredibly powerful potion, amongst a bunch of other factors that would have to go Nobody's way. Hero power first. Let's see. Is he going to elect to use the Shadow Reaper Anduin here?
So can you walk us through the Wizard Finley combo? What we're looking for there?
Sure. Sure. So you play once Anduin's up, and the hero power has changed. You want to play Grizzled Wizard to swap hero powers with your opponent for the turn, and then you play Sir Finley, Murgleton, swapping the hero power of your opponents, getting rid of the Anduin hero power for good, and then at the end of your opponent's turn, the wizard will effectively resolve and swap back, giving your opponent the hero power that you overran with Finley, or override it. Maybe that's a better word.
Got it. Haven't seen a lot of this played, so kind of exciting. I'm intrigued.
Yeah, this is I mean, before Darkler kind of made its return back after the initial change, I won't say nerf, change to the Darkler. Uh, Wizard and Finley was in like every deck just to try to combat this combo because there aren't many other ways to counter it. They're pulling Cobalt Sticky Finger here, which is interesting. Ice Fishing being drawn for nothing, looking to just clear up hand space. That is a
Another cold light makes sense.
yep. Wants to get through as quickly as possible.
Hysteria clears the dirty rat, leaving some space open for Kazakus to attack.
Yeah, it looks like Nobre is going to continue with this line, like I was suggesting earlier. Yes, you played Pokelt, so Dirty Rat isn't at the bottom of your deck, but waiting for it to come down, to come into your hand so you can try and disrupt the Wizard Finley combo is the only real way that Nobre can win, because the once the hero power is gone, like I said, it's hard to win. But also the Shutterwalk Shaman will always have more value after that combo resolves. So as you see here, Zephyrus being picked up. We're now at the 2 mana cards, so Dirty Rat should be coming up real soon. What if he's going to elect to play the Zephyrus here? What are you looking for, though? Blood Knight? Oh, baby.
It's a big blood knight.
Your blood.
Something else to disrupt.
Just good stats for the cost as well. Just all that matters.
A lurker below does some decent work here.
Yeah, that below Psychic Scream back into the deck. Gonna clear up everything but this Blood Knight. White's like gonna freeze it with the shard. Chip down at this armor a little bit. There's the Dirty Rat, okay. And it's ripped. Oh.
The Cold Light Oracle, not what he was targeting for sure.
No, not by any means. And now nobody. The Zephyrus gone. The Dirty Rat gone. Maybe you could even held the Dirty Rat for Seance to try and get 2 swings at it. I don't know, man. This is looking more and more difficult as the game lengthens.
Yeah,
or
especially
Nobre.
with a handful of expensive cards where you can't even get a good run off if you can chip away at that life total. And now the 9/9 has been cleared. The Kartut Defender's been dropped. Shadow Reaper Anduin comes down, killing nothing.
Yep, he'll hero power down this Murloc, and then White Delight is gonna show Nobre the bad news that old dogs do learn new tricks. I like this, paying off the Kartut guaranteed in the Nazoth pool. Override that hero power. Give him something useless like life tap. Or that.
Oh, okay. Choosing instead for the Druid hero power.
Old Piper picking up Zephyrus. Dance off the top for Nobre. Could that potentially come in handy? Maybe stealing Zephyrus from White Delight, or even the Shutterwalk, maybe.
Is there enough Battle Cry in his hands to really take advantage of the Shutterwalk?
He's got Rita Jackson.
You know, doesn't
Zephyrus would resolve.
do anything.
Novice Engineer would resolve. So yeah, already and Dirty Rat, of course. So it's
And Penflinger.
yep, and Penflinger. A bunch of ways you can take advantage of the Shutterwalk as the priest. Healing Rain picked up here. Yeah, I think he's just gonna go Volcano. Nice and easy. If you just keep the board clear, you can't die.
And the Spawn of Shadows was really the biggest threat there too. So
Yep. Nobody's gonna heal for. Yeah, it's good. But White Delight has all of the answers. Heal back to full health. Zephyr, Shadow, or Death to take out the spawn. Yeah. Now White Delight can basically just coast from here.
just might take a little while because we do have one reset. So what are we waiting for before we see the Shutterwalk? Anything else that we're really wanting to see?
Maybe just Nazoth can come down as early as next turn, but we won't see that.
We won't see it.
No
Liquid
Bray.
Seed. He knew it was over, and the spreading plague in the coin.
All right, I actually was able to fix it, so that's cool.
Oh, perfect.
Was able to get it fixed. Thank you, Microsoft C++ troubleshooter. I appreciate all the help. All for Hearthstone. The things we do for this game, huh, guy?
Exactly. So competitive spirit was played. No turn two taken. Oddly, Mr. 37 draws unnaturalized, so he's got a handful of spells.
Yep, handful of spells. You're gonna see the majority of this deck is spells. Clown, Druid. It's basically just an anti-control deck with the insanely greedy top end of Carnival Clown and Carnival Clown. Two copies of that. Con the Forgotten King. One Survival of the Fittest, two UI, and one Yasharaj the Defiler. So he's basically just gonna keep getting clowns and stuff, and just go clowns forever. And actually,
So
the Paladin's going to do the same kind of a deal, except without Yasharaj. It's just going to go for one or two big clown boards, and that's basically going to be the game plan.
So how does that play into each deck then? It looks like there's a lot of big creature control spells on Mr. 37's side. So if Oddlaw doesn't play a lot of minions, then he may end up with too many cards to play the ultimate infestation um, safely. So in that case, you're just looking for Coon to activate the corrupt on the Carnival Clown. Is that accurate?
Yep. It's kind of or survival of the fittest are the two ways that you want to make sure that gets activated. That's the thing, right? It's how many of these 10 mana cards do you want to expend before actually having Carnival Clown in your hand?
Although Oddlaw has gotten a oh gosh, prismatic lens that pulled the Carnival Clowns for one. So
Yep. And then with the rebuke effect as well as a pseudo Lotheb, and he's gonna summon a bunch of 5/5 clowns.
on turn 5.
Yep. Not bad.
I like this. I'm gonna have to try this one.
Oh yeah, this is a bunch of fun. Sometimes they even get the Sword of Justice, which is in the hand, online as well. So you can have these be
Wow,
6/6 clowns.
or at least 5 of them.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that's a decent turn 4. You know, a Sword of Justice to corrupt the clowns and then the clowns.
So many clowns. But the biggest clown is me. I'm an 11/11.
4/11, so it's taking up hand space.
Basically. Well, now what's Mr. 37 to do? I mean, I guess you have to rip and naturalize so you're not just dead next turn. I mean, you're not technically dead. Right? 2 push and then you get 5 to go through, so you have 25 points of damage. Right now on the board. I'm not
Wow,
too,
looking at possibly a 6 mana naturalize.
uh, not many other choices, honestly. Hand of a Doll and oh no. Is that Purifier's Maul? It's gonna give these clowns Divine Shield.
Given wow.
Wait, that's just gonna be 30 damage this turn. Yeah, buffed the clown to in 8/8 and then. Oh, wait, maybe we're not playing the Purifier's Maul? Yeah, I like the Purifier's Maul too. Oh, I see.
You're up.
Just wants to make an extra 1/1 here with Divine Shield. That's something. We just get to ship 30 damage to the face. Seems good.
Seems really good. Looks like as, as there's no way out here, right? I mean, I guess you poison seeds to, but even that's not enough.
The only way that Mr. 37 can get out of this is he trades one of these, procs the Divine Shield off, then goes Spreading Plague Naturalized to buy some time, and then maybe next he survives his turn, goes into Poison Seeds plus Branching Paths for 12 armor, and that would at least give him some time. Maybe, well, maybe not even a lot of time. Maybe just 1 or 2 turns to try and get the UI off, get through his deck, and find some kind of miracle way to win the game. But I mean, Ottawa is just gonna continue smacking with these giant clowns. I mean, this is how
Haven't
this.
seen through all of it quite yet, but no, actually, he gets all but one.
Yep, and this is why he needs the branching paths as well to give him some armor, because otherwise he's just gonna die to the tree ants. Ottawa can just play all these cards. Oh, he picks up the rebuke.
Oh,
Oh no, disaster for Mr. 37. And he found the paths as
he gets
well.
the paths, but
Oh no.
yeah, not quite enough. All
Oh,
right, 1-1
Paladin.
so far today. Uh, Going into game three of round two, it's Druid versus Druid, but very different Druids.
Yes, you've got Aggro Druid, which you can see the Voracious Reader in Oddlaw's hand. The new edition of Crab Rider, which is one of the best cards from the mini sets, for sure.
Oh, I agree.
And then you've got just a bunch of spitting out onto the board, Gibberling and Biggin. And Biggin plus a Pirate is a ton of stats for cheating amounts of mana. It's unbelievable. Well, here's Gibberling on one, and Biggin to come down, and already in a tough spot is Mr. 37.
But Mr. 37 does have a lot of removal, as we saw last time, that he'll get to quickly, and with the coin, he may be able to push on this a bit. But
Oh
very
my.
aggressive start for Oddlaw.
Very aggressive start, and Soul of the Forest is picked up here, guy, and it's discounted from the Nature Studies. That could spell danger. I mean, surely
Well,
you.
he should hero power and clear the Gibberling here, right? And
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, no other place to make. Just take care of it, and I'm just afraid for the impact that Soul of the Forest is going to have. Because sure, Mr. 37 can like use a poison seeds on a decent sized and big into board, but if those minions are summoning the tree ants from poison seeds and then the tree ants from Soul of the Forest, that board is still going to be huge.
very true. He uses the power of the wild to get the Panther to add his third minion. So we've got the Nerebar Weblord, an inactive Gibberling, and the Panther on Oddlaw's side. Guessing he just goes for the draw with the Ferocious Howl, Mr. 37, that is, and draws a Spreading Plague. So he's
Ooh,
got two Spreading Plagues in his hand. With the coin and 7 armor already, it's looking like he'll have some protection coming soon. Adorable Infestation was picked up by Oddlaw, so he could get a few more things out for his Soul of the Forest.
yeah, this is a monstrous pickup for Oddlaw, but no board buffs. Yes, the Soul of the Forest is a buff per se, but no stat buffs, right? And that's the
Right,
it's the stat buffs you're looking for with your opponent having a Spreading Blade turn upcoming to value trade over the Scarabs and still maintain your board, right?
right. And that then can also set up the poison seeds again when he draws it. It's looking strong for Mr. 37 to be on turn 4 and still have 28 health against this aggressive start that Oddlaw had. Plays Vargath.
Yeah, it's good. You're it's a threatening minion. Uh, if Soul of the Forest wasn't in the hand, this would require a lot of resources from Oddlaw's board to get rid of.
Mm-hmm.
But Soul of the Forest is obviously going to be pretty backbreaking for Mr. 37. He thought he was going to be able to take care of this board scot free with the Vargoth, but he's to his dismay. Love that word. Gets to has to deal with all of these tutus coming back off of it. Luckily for him, he could just coin the Spreading Plague.
And then have a second one for next turn if he needs it. Because the board should still remain large. Although the Mark of the Lotus, I don't know if that really helps here. I guess it requires one fewer treant to clear.
Or you could just commit the Savage Roar, get through.
There you go.
Oddlaw maybe smelling blood here, saying, "Oh well, you coined the Spreading Plague, so you must be really desperate. Let me take advantage of this board state that I already have built. Maybe I don't need the Savage Roar to kill you. Maybe I could just kill you over 2 turns with the board state."
And being able to follow up with Arbor Up to clear the second round, it seems pretty strong though. Like, or it doesn't quite clear the second round.
No, not quite. And this spells disaster for my dear friend. He is going to be able to Spellstone. Or he's going to play this Zoldarak? That seems like a disaster.
Yes.
Oh, and an Ash Tongue, which is generally bad to be on your board, but in a matchup like this, it's just a sticky 1-drop. Oh no.
So what's your line here? Would you go ahead and Arbor Up and clear that quick and hit as hard as you can? Or clear it first with something to give you some space for the new trees on the Arbor Up?
I would go for Living Roots first into the 3/9 and maybe give up 2 minions, and then commit the Arbor Up because I want the board that's I want the board that is there after clearing the taunt to have more stats, not send more stats into the 3/9. I prefer taking less immediate damage and more long term damage.
Makes sense. Survivability here seems pretty good. Do you use the naturalized? No, you use uh, a level 1 spellstone to just hit for 2. I guess that clears a 5 attack minion on the attack. Makes sense.
Yeah, you're just grasping at straws if you're Mr. 37 at this point.
Just trying to survive. He does have still some removal in hand with the naturalize. Um, but at 3 health, not much can be done.
No,
Probably save the living roots just as a surprise way to get through it, and then hit for the final bit. Oddlaw looks like he's going to take this one. I thought there was going to be enough removal coming, but those spreading plagues got handily taken care of. So good games, Outlaw. Perfect.
let's.
So we're back on your screen then, right?
Yes, Daddy Oni has not added me, but we're gonna go from White Delight side for right now, just so we can get you guys some kind of action.
Okay. So second time we've seen White Delight today.
Well, he plays the fun stuff, so it's pretty good content, and see if I can get an invitation from Daddy Oni here, who is playing Libram Paladin.
Is that popular in Wild? I have to say I don't really see it very much on ladder.
It is.
Wild.
It is not in my experience. I think it has a lot of potential to be powerful, but it just doesn't do enough fast enough.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't see as much play as it might in future sets and future formats. But we'll see. I think Rally was an incredible print for the deck. So I'd be surprised if it doesn't see more play moving forward.
That's a good point. Rally really has had an effect on Like, I don't think we've really seen people take advantage of the power of that card yet. Even in standard, you're starting to see it show up in some mostly paladin matches. But with some of the new stuff that they've already announced for Forged in the Barrens, feels like we're going to see a little bit more aggressive play with Rally coming up. And uh, yeah, with so many great cards in Wild, especially, I think we should see it more often, both for new priest archetypes and paladin. Challenges, there's so many one drops that you get lose a little bit of consistency there, but um, that can also it can also just be um, dudes on the board, which is what paladin needs.
You nailed it right on the head, guy. This is Agatha the Witch Online. I must admit it's been quite a while since I saw that card active and in play. But man, does it look cool and golden. Just gonna keep generating spells. Just and the Elysiana in hand, Reno in hand. Healing, removal, value. Shutterwalk, Shaman.
Can you share your screen with me again?
Yes, I can. Nope, wrong one.
So is this still game 2 with them?
Um, I did not ask
Oh, okay.
them. I try
No
not to.
worries.
Yeah, I try not to bother the players when they're playing.
Makes sense.
I know it bothers me when I'm playing and admins are trying to get information from me, so I'll let them play. And we know that what's reported is that White Delight won game one Warlock against Paladin. That is the information we have. White Delight's pretty on top of it. He's a seasoned vet. Very good standard player as well.
All right, so trying to make some sense of the board state here. Looks like Daddy Oni has a pretty wide board that's about to be turned into Murlocs, maybe?
I would assume so. I think Plague of Murlocs, Volcano here clears the board a majority of the time. Murlocs don't typically have a lot of health. And as math would have it, it's 14 on the board. So bye-bye board. And Daddy Oni out of cards.
Easy clear. Penflinger takes White Delight to 19. Libram of Hope. Heal himself back to full. Return the Penflinger. One more hit with the Penflinger into Salhet's Pride with a Libram of Wisdom. Make that, or add a Hand of a Doll to give him a 6/4 and an 8/8 on the board versus 18 health. So he's not out of it yet.
I have to disagree. This Reno is backbreaking here. I mean, sometimes he's able to pressure down in 2 turns, but now Shutterwalk's here, right? So
Yeah, no, I meant he wasn't out of it yet on the on Daddy Oni's side. It is pretty hard hit, and there's no way of shuffling anything back. He's got to draw another card, which adds to the fatigue. So it's yeah, not looking great. And there is protection through the Rain of Toads and freezes from. Or I'm sorry, that's Ancestral's Call, not the freeze. My bad.
it does look similar to Avalanche, right?
Yeah.
Well,
I'm also not getting the highest quality on my side here. I think I might be running some bandwidth issues. Um,
Yeah, well,
oh, and he gets Reno back.
yep, with Zola. What spell does he get now? Another lightning breath.
Still a pretty big hit.
He gets to clear the board and push some more.
And the board clear was Barov into
Consecration.
Consecrate.
Yep. Arrow consecration. Smack, smack, smack. Add to 10 again.
Down to 10.
And, chooses to go with Shutterwalk instead of taking the easy clear. Oh, well, I guess the Bullet Oracle will do just enough. More healing.
Double Reno with the Shutterwalk. Just for extra.
Oh, jeez. All
Yeah,
right.
there. And then on his turn,
Taps for
uses
lethal.
new hero power to knock himself out.
I appreciate the tap for lethal. There you go. White delay.
So we're starting out with Oddlaw on the top and Otters on the bottom. We've got Oddlaw using his. Oh, need to restart my
Big Shaman.
watch.
I can't seem to get Oddlaw's hand. Hopefully it'll load in a second.
So Oddlaw's Shaman versus Dark Glare Warlock.
Sometimes when they draw a card, it swaps over. No, not going to swap over, I guess. Might have to restart the spectator. I guess I'll do it really quickly.
Okay. So the Kobold Librarian came down at first. Um, and that was the board state at the restart.
Tournament mode when? Oddlaw. There we go. Hearthstone
All right.
cards.
So we're joining with a 4/4 uh uh what is that elemental called? The Scrapyard
Scrapyard
Colossus.
Colossus. Yep.
Already on the board on turn 3.
That would be courtesy of what I would assume is Lightning Bloom Muck Morpher. It seems to be the way to get that done early for Shaman. It's not going to slow Otters down, though.
No, he's hurting himself to get that cheaper flesh giant, and he's also got the broom still, so can't he can clear the Colossus and still push damage to the face on turn 4. That's killing the 4/4 version and the 7/7 Death Rattle and still sending 4 to the face.
Oh, you bet.
Really good devolve there to turn the Flesh Giant into um, a 5/4 or 5/5 that then gets hit for 1 with the portal. So we've got a 1/1 Murloc contesting a couple of 1 mana Molten Giants
Ooh.
just drawn from the um, the Solarium. Wow,
Ooh.
he's gonna get 3 giants down, and with the Kobold Librarian gets a Flesh Giant, so 3/8/8s for 0. He's down to 9 life, and one of those can be taken care of with a Torrent, but It's a lot of damage still to come. 5 pushes
It's
to the face.
a lot of
He
damage.
elects to hold back the flesh giant.
Why would that be? Let's see. I actually have no idea why he would hold it. I'm trying to looking at the list to see if there's some kind of removal he's playing around, and I don't see one.
Yeah, I don't.
There's the one copy of Torrent which we see here, but in terms of AOE, Hagatha's scheme is still too would not be buffed enough to interact with both giants. But maybe Otters is just holding the flesh giant back, saying, "Hey, okay, this should be enough. I can play Lotheb. I can play flesh giant next turn, and then it doesn't matter. I can just guarantee that this flesh giant is going to hit face next turn, and for that I don't mind the play." And he's going to go ahead and do that, set up the lethal, and there's not a single card in Hearthstone that could save Ottawa. And that's game one. Going to Otters. Quick work for Otters, to say the least.
Well, it's exhilarating also to get down that early elemental, which in my experience, if I get that strong of a start, then I tend to feel guilty and that I'm hurting my opponent. But if you can have ways to react to it, um, and you know that that's happening, then you still get those fast games that I enjoy. So we finally get to see this quest mage. Got
Yeah.
spell wing in hand. Drop on turn one.
Yeah, and Otter's one of the best Questmates players that I know in the format. He's up there with Lorthos and Jack and Battle Tagger and names of that kind. He puts a lot of time and effort into the deck, and it rewards him certainly with stellar gameplay.
So this time we've gotten the ancestral now, or the sorry, um, ancestors call to bring down the Colossus on turn two as a 7/7 even. So a little bit harder to deal with this time.
A little bit, but almost. Oh, but also, yeah, I don't even know. I can't commentate with healthy healthy ways of going about saying Big Shaman just cheats stuff out and hits you in the head, and you can either deal with it immediately or you're just gonna get beaten for 7 on your 4 mana turn. Well, this was your 3 mana turn, so excuse me. Just so much power so
He's been
early.
effectively freezing it. Um, that's a second freeze, I believe, on the Colossus, but it's he has no more freeze in his hand, so he's gotta gotta draw into some or discover some with his current set to really to address it. I don't see anything coming. Um, no help in sight, so this should burn him down quite a bit.
Yeah, without a doubt. No healing available to the quest mage unless randomly generated. Muckmore for coming down. Gonna get another scrapyard. I'll play one and raise you another. I'm just gonna have to dig into the bag of the mage spell pool to try and find an answer to these scrapyards. Looks like,
Arcane Blast to hit the totem that's going away. Wrath of Air.
yeah, don't remind me. That makes me so sad. I'm a big odd shaman guy. I like this. The big evocation turn. Just complete this quest as soon as you can. If you can pull a rabbit out of a hat or something. It does have mana cyclone available here.
His hand's a little full though.
It's true. It's very true. He can just generate one spell. He's not going to mill The card as the evocation spells will go away. You could also just play the 2 giants. Whoa, I don't know how I feel about this. I guess you're desperate. Maybe you have no choice. But
Yeah, well, you can clear the big 7/7 with it. Um,
oh baby,
oh, it gets to clear the oh. So he plays another Ancestor's Call and pulls the Mana Cyclone and his own Yasarj. So
yeah, it's
we, with the Quest Mage already a little bit behind, down to 12 life left. And the Devolve. I guess he can hope for a good clear with. There's not even a legendary that would clear this, right?
um. Darkmoon Rabbit's not a legendary, right? Okay.
Nope. But even Darkmoon Rabbit doesn't get him through all of those cards. Just cleans up the 10/10 and first set of Colossus. So he's one off of Flame Waker into Time Warp. Not sure what we can do here.
I think you cast the Time Warp, play the Arcane Giant, and pray. That's what I think. Oh, this could be Deathwing Mad Aspect, and then it's a lot of damage all of a sudden. Kane! Oh my god, it's Kane! Are you kidding me?
So what is the name of this 5/4, the priest legendary that we've got on the board?
Confessor Paletris.
So Confessor Paletris pulls Kane.
Oh my god, I haven't seen anything so savage in my entire life.
4 lethal.
Holy cow! What? Get down to business.
So Dearest Bear on the top as the mage, Otters on the bottom as his warlock. Tosses his whole hand. We're not able to spectate Dearest Bear yet.
How about now?
But Otters with the tour guide to start.
There we go. Here you go, BattleNet Hearthstone client. Let's do it.
Second tap, so he's got a Flesh Giant in hand now, as well as a Spell Stone, 2 Raised Deads, the Solarium and Lotheb, with the Highlander Mage on the top. Looks like Zephyrus is in hand, and the Archmage or Astromancer Solarian gets played.
Yeah, this list again is super interesting. From Dire Spare. Not only is Ragnaros the Firelord in the list, Janalai the Dragonhawk, which can also summon Ragnaros the Firelord.
I sense someone likes Ragnaros.
I guess so. I mean, this is crazy. I think. I mean, even Ragnaros fine. Okay, 8-man 8/8, deal 8 damage to a thing. That's fine. All well and good. Janalai, without like the hero puff, you hear me? Hero power buffing that the mage is actually capable of. Not running any of that and still hoping to resolve Janalai is optimistic, to say the least.
Well, he does have a Fire Eater in there, which gives him the temporary boost. But yeah, it is a little bit strange. Kind of thinking, so there's the Ankle Biter out. I'm kind of thinking that'll get pinged to prevent the life gain. But the Flesh Giant does create some problems here. What secret does he have up already?
Duplicates, which is why he's going to commit the Zephyrus now, knowing that he has access to 2 more. But Otters knows this. Secret options are duplicate, flame ward, ice barrier, ice block, potion of polymorph. So is this even secret? Is it? Maybe it's just not Reno secret mage. Maybe it's just Reno mage, and he's just running 5 secrets. I don't know. I am I am intrigued. That is what I know. Oh, there is a daring fire eater in here. Okay, hold on a second. There is a daring fire eater, so you can buff. It's a 1 mana 1/1.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even still, to deal 8 damage with your hero power seems optimistic. And now facing down 22 damage under Lotheb's curse. I see lethal in Otter's hand. Oh, maybe not with the armor vendor. So this is 21, 22, 26, 27, 28. Just off lethal here for Otters. Gonna rip backfire, see if he can find another power overwhelming. Something of the sort to try and finish this game out. Darkler is going to point the angle blinder right at the face.
And then next turn he can do a lot. Even if there's some kind of a clearer freeze, I think that Penflinger can kind of finish him off with. So
Yeah,
kind of in the hole here a bit. Um, doesn't I don't see a way of clearing all of this.
he's got the Shadowwood Ruin off of the Zephrys here to take care of the big guys, and then he can trade on board, or he can get this ice block down, which I like a lot. This is great. He gets to value trade over both minions, keep them both on the board, and he's got some pretty impactful removal tools in hand. Another Zephrys, Reno the Relicologist, and Kazakis, as well as Devolving Missiles, which is good against Flesh Giants. And then, of course, Blizzard for a wide board freeze.
Kind of thinking that we're gonna see Rush. Oh, maybe not. Like you could do Cheaty Ankle Biter and the Penflingers to the face to get him a little bit closer to death.
Ooh. Leroy.
He's got Leroy and the power word. Seems good. Or power overwhelming, not power word. Sorry.
You were right. Does get the rush to come down here. Here, the last minute. Arcanologist picked up for Dire Spare. This seems like a pretty good Relicologist turn, if you ask me.
Yeah, you're not gonna get much better. You don't want that coming face next time. There's no other real answers. Maybe Kazakus can get you something for one, but kind of need the heal.
Pyroblast.
Are we close enough that gets him there?
I think in against Dark Glare, you're always close enough. Especially when it costs 8 mana. You definitely have a chance. This is an interesting decision here. Taking Shadow
The heal.
Madness. He does get the heal back. That's true. But
He really was in danger both with the Leroy and the Penflingers. He could pop the ice block and set up with just one health next turn, knowing that there's not a lot else that can be done, and having another Penflinger popped back in the hand. Um, I think that's what he needed to do. This puts him just out of range of that, unless he uses the power overwhelming on the Leroy, which isn't ideal because it leaves him with too much damage. So
Well, the Solarian picking up the second power overwhelming is going to make this layer nice and easy for him. Make this ice block popping nice and easy for him. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit awkward here. I think this could have been done a little
Uh,
bit better.
yeah, I agree. I think hitting him for 5 and then playing the um, the other power overwhelming to get the pen flingers back would have been a little bit better.
I agree. And
Leaving him.
if he was faster, he could have played the Flesh Giant as well. I mean, this is still it's still good. You still pop him at a life total where Leroy's killing him. So,
That's true.
although maybe not perfectly executed, still gonna get the job done here with what you're trying to accomplish, right?
Yeah. And what's perfect? All you need to do is reduce your opponent's life total to 0. However you want to do it. You want to do it with Leroy? That's great.
That is a fact. Well, gonna be okay for a moment.
Jumping out. Yeah, he's jumping out of
Alive.
Leroy range.
If there has to be a no, actually, there's no way that Penflingers end the game here. So this is where the Pyroblast is interesting, right?
Oh, right. Although if if he's uh, if he's thinking Pyroblast, he could use the Spellstone to heal up quite a bit. That's it's not fully active though, right? It's only at 5.
No, it is at 7. Full reign here.
It is fully active.
It's very rare you see a Greater Amethyst Spellstone not at 7 in the Dark Lair deck.
Yeah, good point.
So Darius Bear now in position to maybe just play Firebrand and I don't know if it's interesting because of course we have the caster vision, right?
Right.
We see Otters has 10 damage from his hand. So is there any way that Darius Bear is alive here? I'm gonna say no.
I'm gonna say no as well.
Yeah, I think you had to actually lead with the Arcanologist because if you get Ice Bear, you have a chance. Because you could have drawn a secret and then just used 2 Ray of Frosts. But Otters, so much experience with this Dark Lair deck, sees the lethal, gets the job done, goes up 1-0 in the series.
And so our 2-pack winner is XX Seraph. So congratulations on that. I'll be reaching out via DM for your information on how to get that delivered to you. And now we're going to kick off the Forged in the Barrens pre-order bundle. This will run for 30 minutes.
Woohoo!
So please get in. Congratulations to Otter on game 1. Otter's on game 1.
More
Looking
than 20 seconds, as it took me like 15 minutes to reconnect earlier in the stream. But anyway, I digress. We're going to see the Reno Warlock from Dire Spare. The Ragnaros Reno. Oh boy, against Quest Mage with a really nice opener.
Yeah. Open the way gates with the coin. Questing Explorer ×2. Magic Trick and first draw Primordial Glyph. Seems pretty good.
Slightly above average, yes. I mean, whenever you get the 2 drops, if you get Licensed Adventurers and Questing Explorers early in the game, you're feeling pretty good because those are the cards that get you to the cards that you actually want, and that's kind of the whole point.
And it puts a little bit of pressure up front with the 2 3s coming out in the next presumably 2 turns. I'm assuming that he'll play Open the Way Gates here.
No, so we got a reconnect issue for otters. Luckily, we do
Direst
have.
Bear. Go ahead.
Oh no, what were you saying about Dire Spare?
I was gonna say, and Direst Bear just has an expensive hand currently with Reno, Sylvanas, Ziliax, and the Sludge Slurper or Sludge Belcher. Sorry, in hand. So unless he draws into some of the earlier stuff, those questing explorers could do some damage.
Yeah, there's nothing I love more than going into my 2 mana turn, my hand costing 22 mana.
Right?
Meanwhile, my opponent on their turn 1, their mana is 8. Am I doing that math right? I think so.
Yeah. 8 with a discovery that reduces by 2, so
Not bad. Right.
okay, yeah, he does get the Open the Way Gate down, so we will see the adventurers go quick. I mean, it'd be one thing if you had 10 cards and it was 22 mana, but when you're off the coin and you only have 4 cards, 22 mana is just a little too much.
I agree. Tower Spare letting me know he has connection issues. That's nice. Well, looks like Otters is back and playing Hearthstone cards. What we like to see.
Questing Explorer goes down. Just a tap from Direst Bear is drawing into some lower cost cards. Plague of Flames. Is that Zola up there?
Yep. Zola
Looks like
Kazakis.
Kazakus. Kazakus comes down, gets the missed what the first selection was there. Can we see the spell that he generated? Regardless, Dire Spare at 24, facing 4 attack on the board of Otters. Turn for Book of Specters. With a mostly full hand. Able to drop a licensed adventure, get another coin. I think we're likely to see the Flame Waker next turn.
Sorry, just taking care of an admin thing real quick. All right, we're good here. My apologies.
Can we? Oh, we already saw the spell. All right, so we do see the Flame Waker come down with the Sorcerer's Apprentice, Magic Trick into Conjure Mana Biscuit, a couple of coins, a lot of damage up front, reducing the cost of the Arcane Giant significantly.
Yep. We're just going all in here.
Yeah, all in. The Flame Geyser for 2 more damage, or 4 more damage with the Flame Waker.
Is this lethal? He's just off. Looks to be just off, so he's gonna hold. He could have done 8 more. He could have put him at 3 that turn.
And had the Arcane Giant out, no?
Yes, he could have done all of those things. Hysteria is an interesting choice.
Clear
Nomferatu. Ooh, big burn.
catches Luna.
Huge burn. That would have could have put the game out of reach next turn, potentially.
Yeah, good point. Because then Luna would have been into the coin, and I guess we don't really know what was coming up. But there's a lot of cheap spells and things on the front. He could have Rhea Frosted and gotten the twin spell as a second. So could have been a lot of draw there. Still kind of questioning not getting the Arcane Giant down last turn. Although it would have been the Hysteria target, I think it still would have survived, right?
Yeah, it would have survived by 1 health for sure. Interesting.
Actually, no. The Licensed Adventurer and the Sorcerer's Apprentice are both 3 attack, so he actually would have died. So that was a good save on his part.
Yeah, but I was looking here to see if Otters was 1 spell away from winning the game. There, he could have possibly completed the quest with 1 more spell. The Conjure Mana Biscuits coming in a little bit late here. The Reno going back to full health is going to put a bit of a block, a little bit of a blockade into Otter's plans here. 30 health is quite a hill.
It is indeed. Reno was one of the reasons that I was excited about the standard format when they announced it, just because of that huge swing, getting someone down to 11 and then having them for full really hurts.
It's definitely deflating. I definitely understand that.
Although it'll be interesting, I'm kind of expecting that we'll see a Reno version in the Mercenaries uh, mode that's coming. Still a lot of details to be released for that, but I kind of like their iconic characters and that they get this treatment every now and then.
Oh yeah, for sure. That a Tyrion? It is a Tyrion. Yeah, this is looking more and more grim by the turn
Otters.
for Otters, yeah. Because now Tyrion coming down, big taunts. Unless we get another Confessor, Hail Tristan to Kane, which
We've seen it before.
we have. I can now say that I've seen that before. That is true. I was gonna.
Just that combination of things.
That was pretty bonkers, if you ask me. I can't believe it. Still, even though it's been like an hour. Smork.
Elects to go smorking with that expensive hand. We thought he'd have a little bit of trouble, especially with the fast hand that Otters had to start. But the Reno came in handy and closes it out. Deer had a couple of winners of that already. And we also currently have a giveaway going for the pre-order bundle courtesy of Blizzard. This is the 60-pack pre-order with that comes with the Hummel Rune Totem card back, the 60 packs of Forged in the Barrens, and um, 2 legendaries from the set. So exclamation point raffle to get into that. I believe it's running now. All right, so Dearest Bear still trying again with his mage versus mage on Otter's side as well.
Yes, and my impression from the 2 lists is that the Reno Mage might be a little too greedy for this Quest Mage. Of course, they have Ice Block. does the Reno in Dyer's Bear, but Otters just says the big turn, the big pop off turn. Now he didn't get the card draw in the last match against the Reno Lock, but it is super unlikely for Questmage to miss their draw cards in consecutive games. From my experience, it's a typically consistent deck. And a good hand for Harris Bear, honestly.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of everything there that he needs. So even if he does go off and doesn't quite get there, even if Otters goes off and doesn't quite get there, then he's got the full heal with Reno coming. So it's just a matter of staying within range, I guess, or staying just out of range of the mass damage.
Yeah, that or he could just kill his opponent. He's already at 15. Otto's already at 15 life. And Iris Bear picked up the Kazakus potion, deal 5 damage, freeze 2 enemy minions. So he's looking to get on the board, stay on the board, and then finish the game quickly instead of taking a slower, more conservative approach, which I appreciate very much.
Who would have thought an aggressive Reno mage?
Oh, we've seen iterations of Reno Secret Mage in the past 4 months or so since Darkmoon Fair came out, and um, I mean, this is a weird take on that. I wouldn't exactly. I wouldn't call it Reno Secret even because it's not running cards like Cabal Lackey and Kirin Mage and Occult Conjurer and cards of that sort with the secret synergies. It's just a couple secrets and then greedy stuff and yellow cards. And I'm behind it actually. I'm pretty behind it.
I like that yellow cards.
Yellow cards equals good. Yellow cards equals win. Most of the time. But this is the kind of progression in the game state that Otters is looking for. Play, generate random spell, play random spell, generate more resources, and that is that. He's already at 6 out of 8 on his quest. He's got 3 secrets up. Let's check these out, shall we? Netherwind Portal, we just saw a rigged fair game, which is an interesting one. And then a randomly generated ice block. That looks fun. This he's throwing the Kazakus potion face and freezing.
To address some of the problems with the mic, I'm going to try flipping and turning on the mic from OBS and turning it off on Discord. So just FYI. Hopefully that doesn't mess anything up.
Uh,
I just want to try it. If it doesn't work, we'll know soon.
It's not gonna work how I set it up.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
I also won't be able to hear you.
Got it.
Actually, wait, hold on. Maybe I can make it work. Hold on. Give me a second. Let me see if I can finagle. All right, give it a try. No, it's not. It's not coming through. I will. I'll have Tech Guy Draco get on the case for that one. Yeah. Completely agree. It's always work. We do promise. First time you set up stuff like this, it can be difficult. But what isn't difficult is Otter's clearing uh, through this life total very quickly and taking a 2-1 series victory. He's moving up to 4-0 in first try. First try, let's go.
All right, Lord Zav starting with his Warlock on the top and Acid as his priest on the bottom. In Lord Zav's hand, we have Godfrey, Sense Demons, and Defile. Whereas Acid starts with Spirit Lash, Acolyte of Pain. Oh, never mind. He's tossed everything but the Acolyte of Pain and ends up with Dirty Rat, Seance, and Gluttonous Ooze in addition. Meanwhile, we've got. Wait, is that Willow
That is
that I
Willow.
see?
That is a Willow.
Willow?
Yep. Big Willow fan. No Ticketus. I like this guy. I like omitting Ticketus. Big fan. Big fan. Okay, let's see what Acid decides to do here. I would probably just pass.
Yeah, looking at the list, I don't think that Dirty Rat early is really a good play here.
I
Uh,
agree.
Although, if you pull a Lord Godfrey or his Reno, that could be reason enough to try it, but you wouldn't expect him to keep those, and he did keep a couple things in his hand. And now it just gets worse as more draw, more chance for some of those big minions.
Void Car coming down. He has the enhanced Dreadlord in his hand, ready to come down off of it.
And is the only demon in his hand, so
Yeah, beautiful. Clear, concise results. No RNG required. I'm a fan. What I'm not a fan of is Dirty Rat here, but not punished.
no punish. Yeah, not
Never punished. Never actually punished. Yeah, I like this. I like this. Just heal up the Acolyte of Pain. Get more draw. No Wizard Finley combo in this Reno lock for Lord Zav, but holy Dirty Rat.
Oh wow, that was a good. Now he just needs to get lucky on this Plague of Flames, and he does.
What a board swing, huh?
That was another huge board swing and momentum killer, um, because that was kind of the win condition there, right? I mean, still get enough value off of the Anduin hero power that you can still power through, but the Spawn of Shadows kind of is the engine that makes it a finisher.
Well, it's back. So, close call, but it is returned courtesy of Raised Dead, along with the Gluttonous Ooze, which we see get played out here just for board. No reason for it to sit in his hand. Deck of Chaos. Here we come. I've never seen this card resolved. I don't know what the heck is going to happen, but I know it doesn't affect that Dark Skies I was just drawn, so that's a little bit of a disappointment. From an entertainment standpoint. Oh, here we go. 3 mana Ziliax. 3 mana Voidlord. Okay, that looks pretty cool. Oh, it's a 9/9. Oh my god.
3 mana 9/9. Yes.
Take that, Dark Glare.
Oh, but it dies next turn. Or it gets shuffled back in. I guess there's a couple different ways he can approach that.
I would love to see Psychic Scream here from Acid. Although Willow is in the list and you know it's likely there.
And the Psychic has the added advantage of replacing the 9 attack and 3 mana. Hmm.
Oh, this is a great play.
Yeah.
Take away.
Seals it with a Potion of Madness on the reduced, enhanced Dreadlord to get the 5/5 lifesteal for himself. I guess you don't play the palm readings there because you're saving it for Shadow Reaper Anduin hero power.
I suppose so. I'm a. I kind of like spending the 3 mana and getting more information because you get to discover another spell, right? And I'd like to
Right.
kind of know what I'm working with. So little interesting decision here, but as you said, Shadow Reaper Anduin is going to come down this turn. It does, clearing up Voidlord and a Ziliax, and then he gets to attack over 2 Void Walkers as well. Yeah, pretty good start for Acid when you get Pokeld and there's no Gnome Feratu in sight. Oh, wait, there it is. Lord Zav, 50-50 on the Raza, and hits.
Oh, he hits. Wow,
Oh,
that's that's rough. There's still potentially enough there, but uh, you got to be feeling a lot more confident. With the Raised Dead already having been played, there's not a chance of getting that one back. Unless you can discover it with the palm readings, I guess.
it won't even, it didn't classify as being killed and in the res pool, it just discarded. So actually no way of generating
Oh,
a
right.
Raza.
Good point.
Well, now what do you do if you're Acid? I don't know.
I don't know either. Well, you've gotta try something. So I guess you're going for the 10 mana Kazakus and hoping for something good. Probably hitting his face first with the hero power and trying to hit that as much as you can. But since Reno is in the deck, then that and he knows that he hasn't he knows it's coming. Then even that seems like a fool's errand.
Yeah, I completely agree with you.
So I guess you've got to get the spawn out, maybe seance it and hit a few times, and try to just barrel through it quickly. I'm kind of surprised that he went with the 1 mana spell.
Many Seance and Kazakus. Do you think he needs more value? I mean, he's gonna be able to generate more spells to discount with palm reading. But Mal'Ganis coming down.
No demons on the board. Maybe he gets shuffled back and then there's. Oh,
Psychic Stream's gonna turn off this Reno Jackson.
yeah.
I mean, that's a big deal, right?
Yeah. Although he's still at a high enough life total, it's just kind of weird giving him 2 Kazakus to do that. Because as soon as you draw one, then they're both active again.
That is true. Yes. Big Kazakus potion. Let's see what we get.
Just a
Slightly.
bunch of small taunts. Not really what he was looking for, but makes it hard to use the hero power to get through. So uh,
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
still kind of behind the 8 ball, and kind of makes you wonder about that 1 mana potion then again.
Yeah, maybe a little too optimistic that he could find lethal over the top, but now has a board that is fairly threatening to deal with. And
Uh, Caster Vision here is making me kind of hope he plays Elucia and grabs the Reno, but if he uses his hero power, obviously he can't do that. So
well, it wouldn't be active anyway.
his if he stole the other Reno, his would be, right?
You're saying if he played Alusha and took his
So if
hand,
acid, so yeah, doesn't acid have clear board now or clear deck?
well, no, because the deck switch as well, so we would still,
Oh, I see.
yeah. So
I got you.
yeah,
I got you. That's right. Forgot about that part. I
yeah.
guess I was thinking the 7 mana one that just swaps hands.
Well, it'll work now as the Kazakus picked up for Ward Zav, and he's just going to be able to continue pressure. I would expect a 5 mana potion, maybe +4 health and 5 damage, something of that kind of effect, to try and make this board as difficult to deal with as possible. And he's going to do exactly that. Heal 4 and
Possibly even Gul'dan next turn to get life back consistently. Seems like Acid is behind here. One
behind.
more turn.
Behind might be an understatement, my friend.
He's
Might just be
forced
an
the Reno.
understatement. Yeah, he's pretty stuck here. 2 palm readings though, might maybe can find a removal tool. He has to play the Reno here. But doing so, he's facing 18 damage back.
Yeah, not sure what he's expecting here. What are his potions? Can we focus in on those a little bit?
These little guys, sure.
Yeah,
We got summon a friendly minion that died this game, and freeze a random enemy minion. Draw a card.
not enough. And that Reno's probably gonna draw the concede, I would think.
Yeah, this is great. Make sure that he can't give the Reno, like you said, with Alusha, the acid, leaving him dead in rights.
Obviously trying to think maybe there's enough if you hysteria the giant, but
It would do a decent amount. It does have 12 health. But even then, Gul'dan just comes down as the follow up, and it's I guess it's just going to solo the board almost.
right, almost.
That was impressive.
Impressive clear. Saves them the face, I guess. Gives them one more turn. But what's he get back from the Gul'dan? Because Mal'Ganis got shuffled back in, right?
Yes.
As did his Void Lord. Um, he stole the enhanced Dreadlord.
Voidlord did not. Voidlord died.
Oh, that's right. Because he got back the 1/3. So he gets a
Yeah.
Void Lord.
So he gets the Void Lord, some Void Walkers, and the 8/8 Cabal Demon, and Void Caller.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Void Color.
It's because he comes down so early in the game,
Right.
which is part of the issue with that card. Smile.
Well, I guess we're gonna get a bunch of cheap spells,
And
potions, stop the 8/8 at least, freeze it, right? Oh no, it's random, so
now this is game over. Imagine if the hero power was 0 mana.
right.
Acid would have won this game. But no. Nosferatu getting named up Raza.
I still have hope that for the core set they'll do something like that again.
Yeah. It needs
As
to.
I said, there were more changes of reverting nerfs more so than putting them back. But when they make the changes for the bluegill Murloc and what was the other, the boar, the stone tusk boar,
Yeah. Just deleting charge from the game. I am a fan.
Well, they didn't though. There's still some charges, right? The Gramash and um, the new Demon Hunter charge. So there's still some around. Just less OTK style neutrals, I suppose.
Thank goodness. I'll take it.
All right, we got Zephyrus versus Zephyrus, both in gold.
And both wild growths. Let's ramp. Whoa, acid. These early rats, my friend. Holy moly. Alright, again, only hitting a
Wow,
2-2. This is remarkable.
that was great RNG. I was
Great
kind of
RNG.
expecting like a Dragon Queen Alexstrasza there would have felt pretty bad.
Well, would have gotten Shadow Death. So maybe that's why he did it, but still, I don't agree with it. It was a nice tempo from Lord Zav here.
Oh yeah, Reno the Relicologist cleaning up a dirty rat and Zephyr. And then we'll probably see Elise, right? That's or no, that's the bartender. Not Elise.
Barista.
Barista Lichen. I don't know here. Do you take the potion to steal the wand maker and clear Zephyrus, or is that even enough?
I like it. I think it's a pretty nice turn. Just clear up the damage that you can, and like this is really good, right? Because now Mass Hysteria is infinitely better than it was. And Ray's dead. Oh, that's huge. That gets Zephyrus and Dirty Rat.
Yeah, that's pretty big.
And Wandmaker, potentially. Because it was stolen.
Oh, right. Wand maker would be the least useful, but there, exactly what you were looking for with that.
Yeah, seems good. Getting the good minions back is always nice.
And staying with a 4 mana or 4 attack minions on the Lord Zav side with the amalgam. Um, wonder, I'm kind of confused as to why the amalgam would be in this just for a taunt. Um, there's nothing else that really plays off of the tribes, is there?
Not from my eyes.
Just seems like a kind of an odd ad. I know that there's been a lot of questions on whether you should even play him in the cheese paladin when you get that tribal synergies. So throwing him in a Highlander deck.
Maybe because he's a dragon, he does run Malagos aspect of magic, and there's only DQA, actual Alexstrasza, and Malagos outside of Amalgam. So maybe it's just another dragon. And the what now?
The big ol' whelp.
Oh, I didn't even see that. Okay, yeah. Then I have no idea why he's running it. Very interesting.
I guess it's his only taunt though, so maybe you do want something and you might as well have it as a dragon.
Certainly can't hurt.
So he clears the board with a psychic scream,
Just to get
which
followed
leads
up.
to DQA to be brought out.
Oh, Murzon! Are you kidding
Murazon
me?
with the DQA, so 1 mana, steal out everything that your opponent plays. I have to believe that we're gonna see Zephyrus come down too, right?
Just Shadow or Death.
Shadow or Death on the DQA doesn't really matter.
Now, if Acid can go, I'm sorry, Lord Zav can go with Lothab plus Barista if he wants. Or even, I don't know about playing Murzon. There's a Shadow or Death played.
Oh, right. Well, maybe he's going for the dragon there.
Maybe he just doesn't care. Maybe he's like, you either have Reno or you lose. I guess that's a very interesting. I mean, I guess he also got the sphere, which is interesting. I guess nothing more than
Yeah, I
interesting.
guess for Highlander, the sphere is pretty good because it does have a lot more tech, but it seems a little slow still. When you're down in cards, I guess you can get it back with Barista, though. So the Murzon, that is.
That's true.
So you have a second chance at it.
I think we're gonna see Reno Zephyr Shadow or Death here. Or we could see some kind of like Shadowward Ruin. Maybe he doesn't even play the Reno this turn? I don't know.
Kind of feel like he's good that Raza's the better hit here.
He has to clear the board though, or else he's under a lot of pressure.
Oh, yeah.
I think. Zeph Shadowward Ruin. I'm sorry.
Or Big Game Hunter. Looking forward to that buff coming back. A little bit cheaper.
I can't play an Odd War anymore. I'm so sad. I just don't want them to make Elysiana 8 mana. If they make Elysiana 8 mana, I'm gonna be really upset. I can't lie to you.
Both players' life totals running a little bit low.
True, but one player has the Mustachio Man, one player does not.
But has the uh, Alexstrasza on the other side to counter that again, or at least get him caught back up if he so chooses. And that's Ice Block that's up, right?
Flame Ward.
Flame Ward, Flame Ward.
Reno comes down. And Saber, probably not what we're looking for. Solarian Prime, however. Oh, he just ripped it. He didn't even take a second to think about it. Fireball face? Uh-oh.
Oh,
Molar Reflection. Oh
well,
my god. Okay,
oh,
box. Oh my god.
yet another crazy.
Wait, oh my
Oh,
god. What?
he gets two Solarians primes back in his hand. Kind of expensive, but blows the turtle.
Oh.
Overdraw hits himself for 6.
Okay, Cenarian Ward is huge. This is insane. Tech of Wonders. Oh, that turns off Reno and stuff. And Kazakis. Uh-oh.
All right. So that was too much to even go cover, but we still have Flame Ward up, 8 mana or 8 armor from the Cenarian Lord, 6 health from hitting himself a few times, and a 10-5 um, Togwaggle.
Acid
So very
actually
fast
actually
to get through.
Acid actually has lethal here if he plays the Raza first.
Uh,
But assuming it's block, just does not decide to do that. I mean, he doesn't really have to worry necessarily because, of course, the scrolls of wonder are in the deck, right? So Reno is turned off. It's overdraw scroll. Solarian.
I was debating whether he wanted to play another Solarian or if he wanted to Ziliax there just for the life boost.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's you don't want to see the draw there necessarily either.
Dimensional Ripper? Oh my god.
Dimensional Ripper just pulled the the Star Scryers out, or two copies of Star Scryers out. So he's still got a full hand, right? 3, 6, 9, 10. So if he kills those, it's just burn. I feel like he should still be going for the face and keeping it clear. Although his life total is a little bit in peril as well. Um, but 2, 6. He had lethal, didn't he?
He had lethal
He gets
last turn. He had lethal last turn. All he has to do is hit face with his Raza and test for Flame Ward to see what secret that actually is.
right.
That's all he actually has to do. But he's not. He's
What
being super cautious.
what has he actually tested for already?
Nothing. Or else the Flame Ward would not be there, right? Like, I don't care about the two secrets that just came down off randomly off of Slayer and Prime. I care about the ones that are in his deck. Yeah, it's just me. Alright. Explosive runes. That's a huge deal.
It actually is.
Yeah.
It's a little bit extra damage. I guess he didn't want to test the Dirty Rat because he knows that there's another Solarian Prime. But I think I'd almost rather pull that than have it trigger another box.
Right, well he can also just trade here and mill some spells from Lord Zazadek, right? Because the Star Scribes will draw them. There's the Ice Block
Well,
gone. That's information.
that is information. Knowing it's Reno
Oh, what?
for tempo.
No, that has to have been a mistake.
That has to have been a mistake. I agree.
Oh no. This is zero
It's
meta hero
of
power.
wonders, but that's why they turn yellow, right?
That's why they turn yellow. That's exactly why. I see enough hero powers to get this job done. Looks like we're gonna have a game 3. Yep, Acid. Getting the win. In dramatic fashion, no less.
Wait, what happened here?
All good?
Yeah. All right. The mage versus mage. Two very different mages. Lord Zav's Highlander Reno mage versus a straight up secrets.
Straight up smork. And with a good start to boot. But Lord Zav has the Mustachio Man. And another yellow card. So, let's see. It can go either way. Ancient Mystery's good pickup. Maybe gets rigged fair game. No, just a counterspell. Probably wants to hold that for when the coin's gone. Good play. Coin is now gone. Just like that.
Guess using the coin to test for it in the first place. But Kazaka's down seems strong.
I agree. You can also follow it up now with the counterspell. Has Flak Mage too. Just to get something else on the board. The ping. Sets up Cloud Prince next turn. Pretty good.
What's his coin or his potion though? Is it potentially the steel? No, 2 damage to all minions. All right.
Resummon the Kazakus. But Rig Fair game comes off. 3 more cards going down Ass's way.
But Cloud Prince not active.
No,
So
but found 2 Archaeologists and a Medizele to fill this curve out, which is beautiful. You're gonna play the Medizele to clear up the Kazakus here? Or would you draw with another secret?
No, I think I'm on board with taking out the Kazakus. And what secret was it again?
Explosive runes.
The second explosive. Yeah, you can be a little bit more patient since you have the fireball. That's probably going to go face and add some more pressure. Um, Basically, you're forcing him to trade the Astromancer.
Malagos. Gets Malagos' Flame Strike. Eats up the explosive runes. Has Ice Block in hand. Has Reno in hand. Has a mass removal spell in hand. Seems like all the pieces are coming together for Lord Zav to get this victory.
Yeah, it's the Reno for me, say these days.
Mustachio Man strikes again.
It seems like there needs to be a way to counteract battle cries in some way. But I guess Dirty Rat. I was kind of expecting to see Dirty Rat come back in the set, to be honest, as a way to deal with that, because it's the only thing that you don't really have an answer for. There's very limited silences for taking care of death rattles for those that want it, but there's a few other things you can do, I suppose, on that front. But battle cries are the one thing. They're more consistent than spells and have been getting more and more powerful. So, um,
Well, now
especially in wild.
we have Vol'jin now in standard, right?
Oh, right now, yeah.
Yeah, so they weren't gonna. I don't think they were gonna bring. What is this? What does this play? I don't like this at all. I would have much rather protect the minions. It's 1 damage difference. I guess he's like, oh well, maybe he won't Reno. Smile. Wait a minute.
Oh,
Okay, he's getting the block down. I was about to. Oof. Hold on.
oh man, that's gotta feel bad. So he he might be guessing that he doesn't have Reno in hand now, figuring that that would have been a perfect time to play it.
This is backbreaking. This is where last turn I would have liked to see the line taken differently. I would have liked the Cloud Prince to go into the 4-5. He develops the Mad Scientist, still keeps the 2 Archaeologists on the board, so he has sustained pressure instead of just this 4-4 that is kind of awkward. And we're seeing the pain here. Acid having to go through the decisions. Do I throw this Fireball and pop this Ice Block, or do I ping?
And save it for next turn.
Yeah.
Either way, you're hoping that there's just no Reno, but it feels bad. 29 heal for 6 mana and a body.
What is going on here? I'm so confused. You're super greeting it.
He's yeah, he knows that he's safe for one more turn, so you might as well develop a presence, I suppose.
I suppose. I still disagree with it though. I like going to 30 with an ice block up over going to 30 without an ice block up. But I guess it's fine. Especially when you really weren't worried about the board state either.
Yeah, and you do have Alex Straza to refill as well. So if you do start to get low, they're not going to do, with no cards in hand, they're not going to do a massive amount of damage on one turn that you don't foresee. So, um, although he might just use the Alex Straza for additional pressure. So,
Yeah, I'd be looking for him to do that as well. But Acid's gonna keep on going. Ice block. You just throw a fireball at that Reno? That's not a winning play.
no, not at all.
You got a ship face. Ah,
I mean, if you are thinking protecting yourself for a little bit longer, but I don't know. I guess this makes sense. So you now you're developing the board so that you have some pressure to put when you play Alex Straw's next turn, um, especially when they have no board. This feels out of reach now for Acid.
yep, and picking up a Kirin Mage is not.
Kirintor for tempo,
It is good stats for the cost, but not good enough stats in this situation, unfortunately.
right? And it can also it can almost be safely ignored even.
Well, there's Zephyrus. Why didn't we Zephyrus for Flare? I don't know.
Oh, right.
All right, is indeed. Goes Zephyrus for Infiltrator. What? Okay,
I guess he's just going. He's got it. He feels very confident.
he's just stunting now, I suppose. Is that what the kids call it? I don't know what the kids call anything these days.
All right. So we've got the Pocket Galaxy cast just to add insult to injury, I suppose.
Whoa,
It's got
that's a Sage.
so
But
Sage comes down for 7 cards, but there's not 7 cards in the deck, so we're already at fatigue. Got the secret that's been picked up is the rigged fair game, which also isn't really what you want.
yeah,
Um,
this game is just over. Can attack it with everything goes face. Just a BM of the Malgos Slave Strike. And
so
the series,
block will trigger and the fatigue would kill him, but he just concedes. So Lord Zav putting the pressure on.
final round of Swiss in a Reno Lock Mirror and Lord Zav. We see the deck of chaos in hand. I'm curious to see how White Delight navigates this matchup any differently if he decides to do so. Goes for Kazakis for a 5 potion. I like it a lot. Seeing the Void Caller. Try to get that cheap potion. The question is, what do we take alongside it here? A couple good options as well.
We haven't seen what's died this game though, so
Uh,
polymorph and deal 4. That seems like it'll be pretty strong,
yeah,
except for that he's able to kill it himself, kill his own Voidwalker himself.
given the hand size here, I would say nothing else was played. Typical for Warlock to have a full hand, not playing anything yet.
That's a pretty good hit, getting the Void Lord, turning him into a sheep and removing him. But we get a second shot at the Kazakis on the other side. Kartut Defender comes down to contest the Ziliax and the deck of chaos played on curve.
Interesting. Murloc, Tasty Fin. I guess White Delight's Warlock has been banned too many times because I have not seen this yet. Tasty Fin draws Oracle and Sir Finley for the Wizard Finley combo. Okay, I can get behind it. I can definitely get behind it.
That is an interesting inclusion, and I think we laughed at it the last time we saw some crazy um components to this, but always a new twist as you get a little bit further into the tournament.
You do
Large
get
Witch Willow, Trosmalganus, And a Void Lord down, 511 now. The pull of Mal'Ganis.
Showered Ruin coming down.
Shadow Word Ruin leaves them with 3/1/3 taunts after that huge board that Willow provided. That can't feel all that great.
No, not at all. But at least his demons got sent to the res pool instead of getting polymorphed. So that's something to be optimistic about. White Delight gonna go for a Cold Light turn here. Draw 4 cards and see if he can mill something impactful here. Bone Wraith. Gnome Feratu is a pretty impactful mill.
Although it's not key to his combo necessarily in this particular matchup.
No, but in the fatigue race with neither of these players running Ticketus, it could be impactful.
Wow, neither one. Wow.
My kind of lads. Honorable lads.
Like, I really would have thought it would be in the deck of chaos. Oh wait, no, that's the opposite.
Yep.
The deck of chaos also changes the cost. Yeah, so.
True. I have never resolved the deck of chaos, so I can't speak to its power.
And now we've seen it twice.
I do know it costs 6 mana and does nothing on the turn it's played. That's all I know. I think that's fair to assume.
Well, it's not that it does nothing.
That turn it does nothing, I mean. Like, it doesn't put anything on the board, doesn't remove anything, it's just spend 6 mana to... I don't even get like a 5/5 out of it. You know?
Yeah, it's kind of like the I'm drawing a blank, the mage spell that reduces the cost to 1. It's for the future. So Blood Reaver Gul'dan played, gets him a Void Lord, 3 Void Walkers, and Mal'Ganis back. Seems pretty good. Contesting the lone Mal'Ganis. A Defile.
Godfrey setup.
To set up Lord Godfrey, got it.
Very nice. Full clear here. Very nicely done.
He did the math a lot faster than I could.
It comes with the amount of hours of play and prep work they put into these lineups, or they're testing on ladder.
So he plays the Death Lord into Emperor Kazakis, which just gets cursed, and a Dreadlord played. So one more reduction, I guess, is all we're gonna get.
I mean, that's effectively 18 mana that he's well, no, 17 mana in hand he's reducing over the 2 turns, which is remarkable here.
So that's a bit of a bluff, right?
What's that, do you figure?
The he doesn't have any demons in hand, so
I think he's just getting it to buff his N'Zoth pool a little bit more. Not going to do him any good in his hand. Might as well play it for the board. To have something behind. Ooh, Bran comes out.
makes sense.
Dirty Rat Enzol in hand, or he can just play this this Gul'dan and have double the battle cry. But instead he picks up Kazak. Raised dead.
Couple of potions.
Oh, he's gonna get Polymorph All potion. That's the one you're looking for. Oh, wait a minute. There's 10 cards in his hand. He's not getting the second potion. Oh wait, no. I can't. Wait, no. I can't count. It looks so weird. Flipped this way. Oh my god. Okay. Not used to it.
another Kazakis with the goal, or yeah, what's his name? Zola the Gorgon.
Gorgonzola. What a turn. What an unbelievable turn. I thought Lord Zav was basically had his back up against the wall. Now it's completely different. Now he's got a polymorph Kazakis potion. He's got 2 more Kazakis in the wings. He's got 3 Kazakis. He's got like 60 man in his hand. Out of nowhere. Remarkable. As is the Reno Lock mirror sometimes.
It's a really expensive hand, though.
True, but those 10 mana cards do so much in terms of getting
So much.
affecting the game state.
And with it's also kind of crazy to see that uh, we're at 10 mana and still have so much health. This is abnormal for today, but obviously we're looking at the people at the top of the board, so there's more back and forth play.
That's the truth.
And looks like what, he'll use the hero power to take out Ziliax to prevent any more heals and then send the rest of that to the face. Probably is the play. No? Heal him to full. Use Ziliax to clear the I need to get better at learning the names here. Where is he?
What are you trying to? What card?
The Void Caller. Just
Oh,
drawing a blank. Just I don't know. It's a key that I should know. Board cleared. Kazakus potion for 2 minions and 7 armor. We're looking at Armor Warlock here versus Armor Warlock.
yeah, I guess so. Lord Zav still hasn't played his Gul'dan. Still has that huge board to shove out as a threat. I mean, the brand pull off the Death Lord, setting up the Kazakis into Zol on the Kazakis, it's completely game changing.
Indeed, but it still seems more defensive at this point. So like we want to start seeing damage on one side or the other.
That's for sure.
Otherwise, we're down to how many cards on each side?
2 for Lord Zav and 4 for White Delight.
I'm not seeing a lot of ways that you get the damage to the face from either side now. The Geist will grab the Plague of Flames. I guess the Gul'dan will give him something though. So that may be where the damage comes. Just is it too late because he's out of cards?
I don't know. There's still another Kazakis for Lord Zav. This is a tough spot because from what I can see, Lord Zav still has more ways to generate boards. White Delight right now doesn't have a great way to clear this board. He can do a decent amount here, but even if he clears the Mal'Ganis, we still have. Well, this Kazakis potion doesn't do anything to the board in favor of Lord Zav. Just clear stuff up, but he still has another Kazakis. And all he has to do is hit one big rest potion, and all of a sudden,
That's a good point.
this is it right here. Kazakis, 10 pot, summon 3 friendly, and how about add 3 demons to your hand? There's the value you're looking for. Precisely what you're looking for. Lord Zav in the spot. Might as well add some 1/1 worthless imps to your hand. But we hate to see that. No Paratu too late.
Right.
Dirty Rat almost guaranteed to hit Reno and does. That is backbreaking. And the banker. Add a little bit of anti-fatigue there. I love it. This is great. They come down to those that Kazakis potion. This is it. Make or break time for Lord Zav. He lets it rip. Whiff. Whiff.
Oh, big whiff.
Whiff. Oh no.
Oh.
But the demons, Howl Fiend, Fire Breather, and Ticketus.
Ticketus.
Oh no. What a disaster.
At least it's not draw. So
He pulls the Willow too.
what's an 8/5 Willow?
True, but it does get answered on this board.
Yeah. Just with hero power even.
But still, White Delight is pretty low on resources. This Reno is going to stick.
It come down to fatigue on the other side.
Well, even so, White Delight's not going to be able to take out these. This Ticketus is just a 6-mana 8/8.
That's true. With no downside even.
Right. You just play it. We also have Fire Breather here. It takes out those 2 minions. Gets these clears. This is.
White Light just has to rely on his hero power to clear the board, and really his path to victory is the clear.
Izol being the last card.
The
Yeah.
fatigue.
Lord Zav's going to take this one. I'm almost sure of it. Yeah, because he can't answer this board. You can heal a million times, but
Yeah, that's true.
you're never
It's an
getting.
8/8.
Just play a 6-mana 8/8.
And Zola only affects friendlies, so yeah.
Yeah, that's just that. Unfortunately, White Delight. But what an entertaining first game in what's going to be a nice long series.
Indeed, we definitely picked the one that is going to be the last one, I think.
Yep, this would be 2 in a row. I got it right the last time too. That's it, and Lord Zav going super late. You know you're winning when you just play Howl Fiend.
Right?
You know you're winning.
Yeah, he needs. He's got another turn on the Reno. He might be able to clear Ticketus, but he'd have to get rid of his lifesteal hero power.
And you can't do that, unfortunately.
Yeah, I can't do that. The potion kind of finishes it off, though, right? Got him down quite a bit in fatigue. It was kind of ridiculous that they're still both at full health while out of cards. So another interesting end to the game. Did as well as they could.
Yep.
He knows it's a potion, so he could possibly just do that to get rid of it to make it a little bit better for himself, or hit the the discard minion there, but still too much damage coming from the fatigue in addition to all of this. He wasn't far enough ahead.
Wait a minute.
There's a way to get him to draw cards, maybe.
Does White Delight win? Oh my god, he does. He missed the. He should have played the 10 mana potion. He just lost.
Is he at 8 already? Oh no, he's at 9. Oh wow.
What is this? He had the game. How? Oh my god, he had the game. You just play the potion. That's
Well,
insane.
he moves on to his priest. He's gonna stick with it.
Awaken the Maker's Raza Priest. God, I love me some White Delight decks.
They're definitely entertaining.
That's for sure.
All right, so Awaken Makers, Shadow Visions, Loot Hoarder, Raza Chained, and Coin in hand for White Delight on the bottom. Lord Zab with the Mistress of Mixtures, Reno, Zola, and Plague of Flames plays the Mistress of Mixtures to get some board. Awaken Makers comes down for White Delight. Lord Zab tap and attack. Loot Hoarder, the first Death Rattle minion for White Delight. Into a tap and trade. And Kobold Librarian. She picks up Tour Guide, not bad. Blood Mage Thalnos comes down for White Delight. These players both playing very fast. Early game, I guess there's not a lot of decisions as the cards in hand kind of play into playing on the board state.
Yeah, Coin Raza, we're not screwing around. Want to make sure this Battlecry resolves. Is White Delight running Spawn of Shadows? I'm curious. No.
Yeah.
Benedictus. Oh my goodness. Mizoth. White Delight just wants to play for 20 years. He just wants this tournament to last for 20 years. Hey, listen, I'm here for it.
So is his Grizzled Wizard just looking to steal the Anduin power from opponents as well, or in case they get it first? It's kind of an interesting, interesting list as I look through it a little bit more.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Lord Zab for the third consecutive game with Deck of Chaos on turn 6. Gotta love it.
Gotta love the consistency, indeed.
And White Delight just gonna try it.
Turn it into Mill Priest.
Listen,
And that was a good hit.
Millpree seems fine, but you know what else seems fine? Archwitch Willow for 5 mana.
An 8/5 Archwitch Archwitch.
Say that 10 times fast.
Right.
Olmir coming down, summoning 2 more Death Rattles, accelerating the quest. Look at this.
And giving him a Void Lord.
Zephyr's Hex on this Void Lord.
I'm curious what the Edwin thought was by Zephyrus there.
Ooh. Shadow Reaper Anduin.
Although may not be time to play that yet, right?
You could save it for later game removal, certainly, or you could just try to get the start the hero powers and the damage now. I kind of like personally, but clearing the board is definitely not a
Yeah,
bad option either.
especially since the deck of chaos has already been played, so there's going to be some really big attack minions that normally aren't.
Yeah, that's
Or I
true.
guess there's just the potential for it.
That is very, very true. Here comes Raised Dead ready to roll.
Into Ziliax to clear the Sludge Belcher and heal back to full. And one of the Voidwalkers gets to hit face. So what do you think we're looking at here? Oh, interesting. Witchwood Piper to draw Sir Finley. And a convincing infiltrator. How many is that towards the quest?
Should be number 6. It is.
One more. I guess since he knows that he's that close, he can take quite a bit of damage. So there's no need to use the Zephyrus for clears right now. Um, Probably better used later anyway. Since demons created a worthless imp for him, that can't feel all that great. Reno at 29 for one. Not really the way you wanted to use him, needing the tempo.
Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, maybe he understands that he's not winning the game in fatigue because of Benedictus and all the other anti-fatigue cards that White Delight runs. He's just gonna use it now for a 4/6 body, try to present any type of pressure onto the board.
Careful consideration for White Delight with 6 mana left. Um, Probably debating on the Cold Light, whether it's worth it. Seance for, over on Kazakus makes more sense. You can play it again right away.
Yep,
6 to
more
10
sheep,
cost spell.
more sheep. Well, it's only one sheep. Deal 6 and deal 8 was the other one. Still good potions.
Yeah, a lot of direct damage. Doesn't hit too bad there with the Gnome Ferratu. It gets a dirty rat. Or
Benedictus
actually,
is gone.
Benedictus and Reno.
Oh man.
Still have Amara for healing everything back, but those are some pretty good Noferatus overall. Four cards gone reduces the number of cards. They're almost out, both of them. Again, uh, how many cards are left in each?
6 for White Delight. 4 now for Lord Zav. Here comes Gul'dan.
But Lord Zav's already down quite a bit. Um, he didn't really get a lot of value out of chaos here. Everything being pretty low cost or already having been so he seems kind of on the back foot here.
Yeah, without a doubt. And there's also the Kazakus potion. Still, that's Polyall, which I would like to see here pulled from White Delight, as there is no N'Zoth in the Warlock for Lord Zav. This is the best polymorph board you're going to get. I'd like to see him rip it here.
Yeah, and there's no way then for that to get through the taunt from Amira when the time comes at either. So looks like White Delight is in the driver's seat here.
That's an interesting to rat early and not try and rat the Amara. Nosferatu, Seance is huge. These mills have been remarkable for Lord Zav in this game. Will it be enough though?
It really seems like he's on the back foot, coming up really close on the fatigue, and not a whole lot of attack on the board. Although we don't have the last. Never mind. There's the last death rattle that's needed with the explosive sheep that does a lot of work actually in clearing up the board as well. He can play it into mass hysteria and maybe full clear. Or Spirit Lab is a full clear. Or no, Dirty Rat sticks. Skulking Geist gets rid of the Plague of Flames, and now we have killing the Dirty Rat. One card left in Lord Zav's deck.
Gonna
Not
need a
great
miracle.
reses.
Yeah, really bad reses. It was kind of the case last time as well.
It's a Nosferatu, a Tour Guide, and a Void Lord. Or, I'm sorry, a Void Walker.
Yeah, I think this is a done deal. Not enough resources. Not enough resources for Lord Zav, and White Light hasn't even played his Anduin yet.
Right?
Unbelievable.
It might be a good time to do that. Just heal yourself. Anduin, hit him in the face. Zephyrus, hit him in the face again. Use the Zephyrus to get Fireball or Pyroblast and just end it. Although I don't know if it would get Pyroblast because you're not hitting for quite enough that way. One short from lethal.
Well, yeah, at this point, you know if you're keeping track of your opponent's deck and the list and cards played that Mal'Ganis is left, so maybe you're just saving Anduin for that, and that's that. Backfire the last card. You hate to see it. You just hate to see it. Yep, there's the Anduin gonna come down for sure, right? And then get to start hitting him. That Tempo Reno. We'll look back on it. We'll also look at the last game, the lack of the missing of the Kazakus potion play to keep him alive. And
it's a long day. It's a long day of tourneys. So
it sure is. And that is that. White Delight gonna get the